Hello and welcome to this grammar lesson. In this lesson, we'll be talking about definite and indefinite articles. What is an article, I hear you say? Well, an article is something that is used very, very often in speech and in writing. Let's have a look. A, an, the. You see these words all the time, right? Of course you do. Okay, so let's see how they're used and why they're used and when they're used. Okay, an article. So even introducing a topic, we're using an. So an article often introduces a noun. So yes, that would mean the word article itself is a noun. So a noun, as we all know, is either a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. So that's what a noun is. So an article often introduces the noun. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples. Well, to begin with, it'd be good to start off with what types of articles are there. There's two types of articles. There's an indefinite article or there's a definite article. We'll speak a bit more about this. First and foremost, let's talk about an indefinite article. An indefinite article is used with single count nouns. So you'll start with a if the noun begins with a consonant, or you'll start with an if your noun begins with a vowel. With plural and non-count nouns, there's no article used. And with definite articles, you use the for all count or non-count nouns. Here's an example. So with an indefinite article, as we said before, single count nouns. So you would say a sandwich. Why would you say a sandwich? Because a would always go with the noun that begins with a consonant. So sandwich begins with S, which is a consonant. What about an? Well, we use an when the noun begins with a vowel. An orange begins with O, and O is a vowel, as we all know. Okay, so we're moving on to no articles. We've got oranges here. Why are we not using an here? Well, because it's plural. It's a plural count noun. Because it's plural, we don't use any articles when it's an indefinite article. Okay, so when it's indefinite, we do not use any articles. Okay, what about non-count nouns? A non-count noun like water doesn't use a when it's indefinite. Okay, so let's have a look at definite articles. Well, definite articles always use the for single count nouns. So the single count noun in this case is house. So we'd say the house. For plural count nouns, we can say the houses. And for non-count nouns, we can say the rice. We'll speak a bit more about this in the upcoming slides. Okay, let's explain it a little bit further. Indefinite articles. So when do we use indefinite articles? We use a or an or no article when a noun is not specifically identified or is unknown. Let's have a look at an example. She was overjoyed to have a new computer. It's the first reference of a new computer, so that's why we're using a. Okay, so it's not specific, it's not identified, we don't know about this computer. He bought fish for lunch. No articles are used because it's a non-count noun. Fish. Customers are usually attracted to discounts. No articles are used here because it's a plural count noun, or non-count nouns, which refer to something general, also doesn't use articles. But in this case, customers is a plural count noun, so we don't use any articles. Let's have a practice. Okay, what I want you to do now is to practice. Read this sentence and tell me if you would use a or an with this noun. Okay, he always has an or a apple for his packed lunch. But we said it's an. Why? Because the noun that comes after begins with a vowel and it's singular, so it's a singular count noun. Let's try another one. Read this sentence. He ordered a or an cheeseburger. Which one do you think it is, a or an? It's a. Or why is it an a? Because the noun that comes after begins with a consonant. The C letter is a consonant, and it's a singular count noun. Let's try another one. We ate something, fish, for dinner. What goes here? Actually, nothing goes there. It's no article. Why is it no article? Because fish is a non-count noun. So we ate fish for dinner. Good. Okay, now let's have a look at definite articles. When do we use definite articles? We use the, which is a definite article, when a noun is specifically identified. The reader and the writer knows about the noun. So there's some cases when we use a definite article. One of the cases are when the noun was previously introduced. Let's have a look at this example. She was overjoyed to have a new computer. But that's not a definite article. But the computer didn't come with a charger. There's a definite article. So now the reader knows that the computer we're talking about is the new computer. When else do we use a definite article? When the noun relates directly to something else that was introduced. Let's have a look at this example. Let's go to Nando's. The service is excellent and the peri-peri sauce is amazing. Well, the service here is obvious that it means, and what it's referring to, the service at Nando's. And the peri-peri sauce is also referring to the peri-peri sauce that is served at Nando's. So the noun relates directly to something else that was introduced, and in this case, it's referring to the restaurant of Nando's. When else is a definite article used? When the noun is unique, so the reader would know what is being referred to. What do we mean by this? Well, let's have a look at this example. The weather is quite pleasant. So this noun, the weather, is unique. So the reader would know what we're referring to, right? Also in this case, the virus has spread across the world. Well, in this current time, the reader would know what is being referred to. So it's unique. So these are reasons why a definite article would be used. Okay, now it's time for you to practice. Read this sentence and tell me if you think it's correct or not. Okay, it says, we just bought the new cat. Do you like it? Well, actually, no. It would be, we just bought a new cat. Do you like it? We don't use the because we don't know anything about the cat. The reader doesn't know anything about the cat. So it's a new cat. So we'd use an indefinite article of a. Let's do another one. She went to the supermarket and bought a coffee, sugar, and a rice. Is this sentence correct or not? What do you think? No, actually, it's she went to the supermarket and bought a jar of coffee, a packet of sugar, and a bag of rice. Why is that? Because coffee, sugar, and rice are non-count nouns. And non-count nouns do not have any articles unless, in this case, we've added count nouns, singular count nouns, which is jar, packet, and bag. These are singular count nouns. Let's do another one. The book was very interesting. You should read it. Is this correct? Not really, because we don't know what book you're talking about. The sentence is correct, but it doesn't make sense to the reader because the reader doesn't know what book you're talking about. So it will be more correct in this type of sentence. It says a new book on how to make the best cookies ever was just released. So we're now using the indefinite article a for the new book that we're introducing. So a new book. And then at the end of the sentence, we're saying the book is already a bestseller. So now we're using the definite article, because we've already introduced the new book at the beginning of the sentence. I hope that makes sense. Now we're moving on to some extra practice from the book. Okay, now I want you to go to your books. Q Skills 4, Reading and Writing, page 52. Okay, in exercise A, it's very easy. All you need to do is complete the email. Write the correct articles a, an, the, or no article. So you use this symbol for no article. The first one's been done for you. So pause the video and complete this exercise. Thereafter, the answer key will be provided. This is the answer key for activity A, page 52. Pause the video and check your answers. For further practice, please go to your LMS. Thank you for watching this grammar video.